Hey guys, this is Henry from OBEDIA again. Today we're going to be starting a new series of tutorials in which we're going to be explaining you how to operate a program called Pro Tools. This software is developed by the company Avid, and just as any other digital audio workstation, it'll let you record, edit, mix, and master audio productions. Today we're going to learn how to create a new session in Pro Tools. So let's go ahead and open the program. So it'll take a while. It is currently loading. We are assuming, by the way, that you have properly installed this software in your computer and that you have some kind of either a sound card or an interface that you can use to play back audio. Okay, so it is, there it is. So as soon as the program starts, you're going to see this screen, okay, this window. It's called dashboard. If by some reason this screen doesn't appear, I'm going to cancel it. You can always go to File, Create New, okay? If you don't want to, use a mouse and click, you can either Command N on a Mac or Control N on a PC to create new, and this dashboard window will appear. So, a couple of things you want to make sure that you understand here. You want to make sure that you are here on the Create tab. On the left, you have three options. You click on Create. Then you have a name, okay? You want to click there and type a name. Let's call it Tutorial, okay? Now you have two options. You can create a session, which is basically the file that Pro Tools creates and the whole folder hierarchy where the audio files are stored. And if you select session, that's going to be stored locally in your hard drive. You can also do a project. You have to sign in, and that's more of a cloud-based collaboration system. But by now, we're going to be working on a session. Okay, we're going to create a new Pro Tools session. This is a term we're going to be repeating over and over. Pro Tools session. If you remember from previous tutorials, we were working in Studio One. We would say a Studio One song. Well, now we're switching to a Pro Tools session. Okay, so session there. Now, this is very important. Your file type. Okay, you have WAV files or AIFF. The standard you'll be using is WAV file. Then you can select your sample rate. Okay, we're gonna do a basic audio recording, so we're gonna go for 44.1 kilohertz. Now your bit depth, you have these options. We're gonna go for 24, 44.1, 24, 44.1 kilohertz, 24-bit depth. That's the typical audio sample rate and bit depth that you'll be working if you're working with music, period, okay? You can go higher than that, but that's the standard. Most people use that, okay? You have your I/O setting. You can just leave it in last used, or you have some of these presets created by the people from Avid. Chances are that if you don't have these interfaces or these controllers, these might not be very useful to you. So we're just going to stay with last used. Lastly, you're going to select the location. Okay, right now I have it set to my desktop. So if I press create, boom. So as soon as I press create, the session was created. You can see that the Pro Tools screen appears here. And as we said before, we selected the desktop as the location for the session folder. As you can see it here, it's tutorial. That's my session folder. If I open it, you can see that there's several folders. Okay, there's one for audio files. This is where your audio files are going to be stored as soon as you start recording. Bounce files. This is where your bounces or your mixes are going to be stored when you start bouncing. You have clip groups, session file backups, video files, if you have any video files, your wave cache, and most important, your tutorial.ptx file. This is your Pro Tools file, okay? When you share sessions, you want to make sure that you don't just share this file, but the whole session folder, okay? If you only share this file, you'll still be missing audio files, bounce files, so on and so forth. So you want to make sure that when you share a session with someone, let's say you send your session to a mix engineer for mixing or mastering, you want to share the whole folder, okay? So here's Pro Tools. As soon as you create the session, the main window appears, which is your edit window. Okay, and that's it. We have created a new Pro Tools session. Okay, so on the next tutorials, we're going to be working with the basic configurations related to your Pro Tools session, such as the playback engine, your I/O, inputs and outputs, how to set up a MIDI controller, and so on and so forth, so you can get ready to start operating the software and recording. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Today's pro audio hardware and software can give you excellent results if you know how to use it properly. OBEDIA can help you to get the most out of your pro audio hardware and software. Why spend your time scouring the internet for answers or digging through manuals? With one quick call to an OBEDIA technician, you'll be connected with someone who can give you the answers that you need in real time via phone and remote desktop. OBEDIA technicians are trained in all major digital audio applications on Mac, PC, iOS, and Android devices. OBEDIA member subscriptions are cost-effective, give you great member benefits, and OBEDIA is here 7 days a week to help you get the most out of your digital audio hardware and software. No matter what your level of expertise, OBEDIA can help you to stay focused and productive and get your music back on track. Start taming your technology today with OBEDIA.